Hey y'all, it's Paula with Hillbilly Orchids. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. It is the weekend walk around time again. Yeehaw! I'm in such a good mood today. We're going to have really warm weather. I'm trying to really soak it up. Because then we're going to go back down to cold again. I'm telling you, this winter just will not let go. It does not want to let go. I mean, we're going to be like 80, 82, I think, today. And then my husband's like, of course, on my days off, it's going to rain and it's going to go back down cold. And I'm like, well, of course. Of course, you knew that. You knew that was going to happen. So, yeah, we're going, and it'll be back down to like freezing, like absolute 32 degrees. I'm like, seriously, what is the deal? But anyways, here's the Beastmaster Lillian Nakamoto. Soon that is getting busted up and it's going to be out of here. So I'll have that space freed up. The John Leathers right there, it's getting busted up and gonna be, actually I spun that one around, now I can't even see the bloom. Wonder what I did, where I spun the bloom to. Oh, who knows. The spike on the Andrea West is still, it's really forming buds and really looking good. It's wanting to focus behind instead of on the spike. It's really looking good, really doing great. Everybody else still about the same. The growths are coming up and growing on the Masdevallia. The Vexillarius still looks like death warmed over and still trying. I showed Michael, it has like it's wanting to root. See the roots coming out? It's wanting to try, but I mean, it just, those plants, I just don't get it. I don't know if they're just bad plants or they're just fussy. I don't get it. He said they're a princess plant. They just, they're fussy. They don't, you know. I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, I've tried so many, and you see every time. I mean, like he bought me two, and the one already died, and it was the bigger plant. The Roselia is still out and about, still smelling awesome. Anna Vogia, she said that hers got those spots on it too. So I was like, oh, okay, so maybe it wasn't something that I did from my, you know, I thought maybe like hot water flopped up from my sink or something a time or two. And she said, no, hers did that as well. So I'm like, okay. Twin Peaks here, this big beastly thing is getting, it's getting split up too. I'm only going to keep a small portion of it and the rest of it's gone. And the bloom spike on the Golden Gate is really coming out there. So that's why I got her sitting clear over on the microwave, because I've just run out of room. The Miltoniopsis have gotten so big that it's just time for, you know, this big plant has bloomed one time, one bloom, so I'm busting it up. I have a smaller one over here that bloomed a spike and it's got 3 blooms on it, and I mean, what's the point in keeping a big plant that won't bloom? You know, maybe it needs busted up and shocked into blooming again or something. I don't know. But it's definitely getting busted up and it's definitely going down the road. So, but with that said, let's hang on and we'll go to the grow room. Alrighty, guys, we are back. As you can see, it's before I got my Vandas hung back up, so it looks really empty, don't it? You can see all the mounts and everything before I put the Vandas back up. So there's everybody. There's that's the Spectabilis from Yoshi, and the I forget what that is from Michael. What is that? I forget what that is, Michael. Then there's that root, massive root is the I'm drawing blanks this morning. Isn't that awful? I'm like already gung-ho. I'm like, I'm going to do this WEWA real good. And yeah, can't remember names. What is that? The Tetraarthon. That's what that one is. And then the no, it's not the Dilalia. That is the Dyneema polybulbum. Then the little what is that? Shilariana, Shilariana on mount. And then there is one that you rarely get to see, is the, and it's kind of hard to see because it's behind the that string, but that is my Hokagossum Calipalana back there. And then I moved that mounted Cattleya from the Orchid supply store. I moved it over there. So there was some things that got moved around. Of course, you know how I've been having issues with the lights and everything. So I moved some things around. The blooms here now are hiding. They're still out, still marbled looking. But I have been going over everything with the bug spray. Been spraying everybody, doing, and then that's what, this is what aggravated me. I sprayed, and then I didn't mean to hit that flower, and I did. So that's what happens when you bug spray flowers. Don't do it. They don't take to it very well, and it kills them right off. So you gotta watch and never bug spray flowers. But and of course the golden elf is still just, I mean, all three spikes, she still just keeps extending her spikes and looking great. Really cool. So, and here's the biggest surprise. That little sheath on that purpurata, 2. You guys see that? 2 buds. I really can't believe that is going to bloom again, but that little tiny sheath couldn't bloom the same time the big one did. I'm like, really? But I will take them. I will definitely take them. So, well, hang on and we will go back to the table. Okay, and with the power of videoing, now my Vandas are in place. Got them up, they're dripping, but they're watered and in place and hanging up, ready to soak up the sunshine today. So let's get ready, go across here to the table. Nothing much going on here still. The zygo putting out lots of roots for the new growth, and the new growth of course is getting rather big, rather tall, looking good. I moved some stuff around here. The couple of zygos went into higher light, so these guys kind of got moved over. The Penlong Cheris here got moved over, and these guys all kind of got a little bit of shifting around. Nothing major, and nothing really changed. And of course, I still haven't gotten my poor big Phalaenopsis Manhattan potted up yet, but I will. So hang on and we will go around to the other side of the table. Right, we are over here now. Like I said, the mounts, I moved them over here. That's a good angle for the Calipalana there. I don't know why that hasn't bloomed for me since I've gotten it. I mean, look, it's a great big plant. It's grown really fantastic on that mount, but haven't had any blooms since I first got it. So I don't know why or what that's all about, but beautiful blooms still out on the Elmhurst green, still looking good. I moved everybody around again over here too. A little bit. The Love Knot cross with Mossier, I kind of put it towards the back because it's so tall, but I tell you, I don't really like it back there because I can't enjoy it. I can't enjoy those blooms. They are such a joy, such a treat. Really makes my day. I just love them. I appreciate that plant so much, Daryl. I really do. Frances Fox gave me a huge surprise. I turned her around and that plant spiked right there. That's the big spike. But then I turned around and there was that little spike. And I'm like, really? Like, I've been waiting. I really wanted that growth to spike last year, and it didn't. So now it's going to spike along with this one this year. So hey, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to take Big Francis Fox blooms, you know, and love it. So, but everybody else is doing pretty good. All the blooms have fell off of Lily Marie now, sadly. This Patricia Fire Dance is still out and looking great. Just such beautiful such beautiful blooms, such beautiful orange. I really like her, really do. Look inside that lip. It's just really fantastic. They look like they're starting to go over now. They've been out for a little while. These guys are gone. I'll cut them off here before long. But another big surprise when I moved these around on Tuesday was new Cornelia Calipalana blooms. I can't believe that she put out 2 more extra blooms here. I'm so happy to see her again, honestly. This is like really one of my favorites. And it's amazing how light the plant, how light the bloom comes out at first, and then she darkens up. But yeah, and I damaged that one, didn't I? Dang it. But of course another one coming out behind it. But yeah, I spun her around because I'm like, really, I got 2 more blooms coming out on her. Well, woohoo, win-win. Just makes my day. So okay, I think that is it for over here, I do believe. So we'll spin around. Spin, spin, spin. And up there, the new spike is definitely out on Volcano Trick. Looking fantastic. Then come down, and my variegated leafed Phalaenopsis Sogo Vivian has a few blooms open on her. Me and Nina's working on doing a Care Collab update on her, I do believe. So lots more blooms to come. Of course, as you can see, lots more buds on her. So she's looking really great. Yeah, Fawn, oh my god, is still looking quite well these days. It actually looks like, I don't know, this one looks like it's going to start going over. They've been out for a little while. Not bad, not bad. Smells so great. She really does. Such a fantastic plant, really. The spike back there is really curving towards the light. Might have to get her out of there, get her motivated around in the right direction. That spike looks like it's starting to move now. It's definitely a lot further along than it was last week. So, oops, didn't mean to zoom in. The blooms on the Peloric little Zabrina are starting to show some color. And they're so weird looking. They're so square looking. They're such a peculiar bloom or bud. They're a peculiar bloom too, but they're such a peculiar looking little buds. I can't wait for you to see them when they open. Really, really a cool little plant, honestly. Go down, down, down. First news is the second spike of the Fiasco Jasper opened its first bloom. So yay! The other part of the spike still going. Still going strong. This Cattleya Pink Splash, it's done, said, finished and over. The buds are still, they're getting some color now. These guys should be popping anytime. I'd say by next week at the latest, that spike back there will be open. But these two are still forming on the Juicy Fruit, Miltonia Juicy Fruit. So they're coming along great. I moved Miltonia Spectabile over here. She was getting entirely too much light. Like I said, you can tell the bud's starting to go over too on her. She was getting entirely too much light. This bud is getting ready to open. You can see it's darkening up. I had to free the buds because they weren't opening on their own. So I had to go along and free them. This plant, I don't know. It's had such issues. The plant beside of it had spider mites. So I spray everything around anything that has spider mites. So I sprayed this one. So it didn't really take to being sprayed too well. Also, I think it was in too bright a light, because now that I've moved it, these new growths have really started to take off. But she might have had some spider mites as well. I didn't really notice anything on her with my magnified bug eyes, but you know, we'll just play it by ear and see how she goes. I definitely have to put her in some less light. So she's hanging here just temporarily so I can figure out where to put her. Let's see, over here on this shelf, nothing much going on, just Julie Splash. What is that? Euro Julie Splash. Really, the new growths are doing great. That one looking really great. She's got 3 directions of growth. Right there's one. Right there's one. Of course, that big one. So she's doing great. So I'm hoping maybe that one will bloom. The newest one. But other than that, nobody else really doing anything. Northern Snowflake is still, she pushes along. Her spikes extend as well. The white Dendrobium has most of her blooms are out and about. Sun shining through the window, looks good, don't it? So it's really starting to show some spring. The Catasetums are definitely loving it back there. The Rex looking good. That's the new bloom on the Rex. Or new bloom, the new growth on the Rex. Love Knot's looking good. Galliandra Barry, I don't know, that the tip of that one's starting to look funky already, but hers is coming up. The spike on the Rebecca Northern should not be, but there she is producing her buds, so we'll see. I don't know why she decided to spike now instead of grow growth, but it is what it is, I guess. But all the Catasetum blooms or buds, spikes, dang it, growths are really coming into their own. They should be getting some water here before long. I think that's what they're aiming for, ain't it? Their growths all want water, water me. But everybody's looking pretty good. So next shelf down, this bud still hasn't, it's getting color to it, and it's, what was that? That was a dead bug now, some kind. Oh, ant. Another pissant. But it hasn't opened yet, but it's getting there. Maybe it'll be open by next week as well. But everybody's still doing good. Like, all really new, great big growth on everything. And, you know, the sun coming in and shining down on everybody. They're all looking good. I've got a big Dendrobium sitting here on the floor with a spike growing up to the light, because these Dendrobiums are getting so big. I really need like a special place to put them, because I got most of them back there against the back where they get sunlight, actual sunlight, but they kind of need a place of their own, I think. So, alright, hang on, and we will go over to the other side of the room. Alrighty, and we are over here to the last shelf, but so much going on. Zoom in, zoom. These buds have poked through the sheath on Shinfang Golden Boy. The bloom is out on the, and it's so funny, last night I took pictures of her, and I'm telling you, she was over here. Now she's over there. Is that not just odd? But she's open. That is Lone Star Blonde. Really pretty bloom on her, and it looks like the one back there is going to be opening sometime today. So, but I knew she would be I knew she'd be out and about for the weekend walk around. Such a pretty little mini Cattleya. I do really adore her. The new growth on Shilariana is showing spots, and the Kiki's really coming into her own on the Shilariana Phalaenopsis. So basically, that's it up there. That's where I moved. That is the Zygo Mackay. I moved her up there in a better light, and the other Zygo's down here on the bottom, the green gecko. So I'll show you her when I get to her. But on this shelf we have, of course, the beautiful, beautiful Cattleya Concern in bloom. I do love that one. That is green fly crossed with Cernua. So very interesting blooms. There is my Allori. Ton still in bloom, looking so fantastic. And Arizona back there, just blooming her head off. I need to get her moved back up here to where I can see her better. I really thought maybe her blooming was over, so that was kind of my mistake. So I guess she's having a round 2 of blooms. There is the Leptodes Unicolor. Isn't it amazing how the buds are white and then they change over to darkish purple like that? It's really interesting. Oh, I always forget this one's kind of upside down. Really interesting how they change like that. But there is the Leptodes Unicolor with some more buds coming on her. So far the buds on bicolor haven't really came out and done much. They're not even really forming actual buds yet. She's right back there. She's growing good. You can see the lots of roots. But Allori Orlata White is open back there. And of course up here the Roxy Pink Diamond is still out and about, looking fantastic. The Fake On Ball still looking great. The Allori, this is a green fly crossed with Allori, is still looking pretty good. I think I was gonna say, I think maybe I can kind of see that she's kind of going over a little bit, but maybe not. And of course, the fantastic Mini Mark. I did a short on her this weekend, yesterday actually, on all these blooms. Smells so good, you guys. Like I didn't, before when she only had just like a few blooms, you really couldn't smell her. But now she has a really fantastic scent. I can't explain to you what it is, but it's just fantastic. It's kind of sweet, but kind of, I don't know. It's really an incredible scent, and I love it. But of course, I mean, what is there not to love about Mini Mark, honestly? I mean, she is really a fantastic plant. Okay, now down to this shelf. Jonesyanum is still out and about. I lost a bud somewhere on her. I lost a bloom. Somewhere I must have hit it, knocked it off or something, but I ain't even found it. So I don't even understand why or where it went to. But I still got 3 on it. I moved Lecockii over here because I don't think it was getting enough light over there. And she's trying to put out a growth. If you can see it there. So I'm trying to let that progress, and I want to give her better light. So I squeezed her in over here, which is not a good thing. I've got everything squeezed in because I actually have, now I can't get her hooked back up. Isn't that nice? Sorry, guys. Shouldn't have took her off the hook. Everything, hang on. Hang on, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, I apologize for all the rustle about. But the reason being is I've got the two Stanhopias over here now that should be hanging up somewhere else. So I've got them hanging here in baskets along with some of my mounts. And everything's just kind of clustered in here and just kind of driving me crazy. So I'm going to have to work on that and fix it. I need to get actual hooks in the ceiling over by the actual grow lights so that these Stanhopias can go over there and hang and yeah, not be in my way so much. So, but basically that's it anyways. I did forget to show you how good the beautiful Lepanthes Telepogoniflora is still doing. This one anyways. This one still not so much. It's still got some yellow leaves and still, I mean, it's hanging in there, but it's still not doing as great as this one is. So, but as per usual, y'all, with that said, I appreciate y'all stopping by and hanging out with me, and bye for now, y'all, till we meet again.